Are we learning to pull a rabbit out of a hat? Nope. We're going to build a to-do list in ClickUp. So to get started, you're going to go to a space inside of your ClickUp and go to a new list. This can be a brand new list or a list that you already have, but I suggest just starting a new list so you're working with a blank slate. When you go into this list, you will most likely see just the list view or maybe a list and board view, depending on how you set up your space. But I recommend if you are just starting to use ClickUp, you have a list view and a board view. So I'm going to go ahead and click a view up here, and I'm going to click board. Now remember, if you're just getting started using ClickUp, a view never changes anything about a set of tasks. It only changes how you look at a set of tasks. So if you were to delete a view, you didn't delete any tasks, you just deleted a filter, basically, if you want to think about it like that. So don't worry if you mess up a view, you haven't actually messed up any of your tasks. So in our board view here, we see we have a set of statuses. Now, if you're just making your first to-do list inside of ClickUp, I recommend only adding one status to this. To do, in progress, complete. I would recommend clicking those three dots on the right-hand side, clicking edit statuses, click use custom status, and I would recommend you have a blocked status so that in your to-do list, you can identify things that you are blocked on, or in non-technical lingo, tasks that are being held up because someone else or something is preventing you from moving them forward. So we have a to-do, in progress, blocked, and complete status. Now, when you add a task onto this board, it will automatically be created under the board column that you created the task in. So this is a to-do task. We want to mark it as in progress. We drag it to in progress. We want to mark it to block. We move it to block, move it to complete, so on and so forth. We can drag it through here as things get done. We can click this little icon to add an assignee. We can click the calendar button to add a due date. We can click the flag button to add a priority, which I highly recommend having a due date and priority for all your tasks. Now, if we go to the list view, this is just a list view of all of our tasks. So we add another task on here and we say get new, I don't know, get a new potion or something. I don't know how to spell apparently, so whatever word that is. Potion is spelled with a T. Potion. There, I'm not an idiot, I swear. So if we put both of those on there and then we click this little circle, it'll put it in progress. If we click the little circle again, we can move it to any of the other statuses that we have. So again, this is just a different way of looking at the tasks that are on the board. So if we move a task to a different status here on the list view, that task will have moved statuses as well. So again, the list view or the board view, they're just different ways of looking at the same set of tasks. Now, pro tip here, all lists are defaulted to not show closed tasks. So if you close a task, like get a new potion or complete it in this case, it's suddenly going to disappear from your list. That's 100% okay. That's just because closed is turned off. So we're going to click on this little button up here and turn on closed tasks. That way you can still see the tasks that are closed. So that's a really common thing that people run into, is tasks disappearing from lists. They haven't disappeared, they've just been hidden by the don't show closed feature. Now, if you want to get fancy, you can start adding custom fields, which I do recommend doing after you're kind of used to the ClickUp layout. To do that, we just click the plus button over here. Let's do a custom drop down, and we can just call this task category. We can use AI to suggest some category options for us. Once it does, we can click create, and now we can have task categories automatically assigned to all tasks as we create them. If you found this interesting or helpful and you want to get better at using ClickUp or building automations inside of ClickUp, we have a free school community. The link is down in the description below, so you can join there. We do daily live calls and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you want to get better at using ClickUp, check the link below and join the community.